I've been in this weird loop lately. I'm aware of what I'm doing, and I know not everything I'm doing is the best for me. For example, for the last month or so, I've been telling myself that I'm gonna wake up a little bit earlier to start running again or doing any sort of physical activity consistently. But instead, I just find myself sleeping in and waking up just to eat or to go out. Now, I don't want to say I've been unproductive either. I've still been working on videos and projects, and school has also not left the cycle, so I'm still on that. But there's a part of me that knows that I'm capable of more. It knows that I'm not truly working towards all of my goals. And this called for a fresh start. Personally, I love new beginnings. Everyone always loves the end, the product, the fruit of your labor. Others love the hustle, the work, or the process that needs to take in place in order for the product to be reality. But I think many people underappreciate the beginning. The foundation. If a building has a weak foundation, it just falls over, and no matter how hard one works on the process or the outcome or whatever you want to call it, if the base isn't there, everything will just crumble down. And it could be at the beginning or it could be at the end, but eventually it'll just all fall. When I start a reset, I like to first take a step back and analyze everything. Maybe I sleep in because I'm not getting enough hours of sleep, or maybe instead of going on my phone when I wake up, I should just go outside and be a little bit more active. I try to pinpoint where I'm failing and where I can do better and plan accordingly. That's another thing. I love to plan things out. I try to introduce or reintroduce healthy habits that keep me motivated or on track. I know people like to make fun of the whiteboard bros, but just something visual, whether it is a whiteboard or a journal or an app, just something you can see and check off when you're done. I like to create goals that aren't as drastic, that the change isn't as rapid. I find myself not sticking to a plan if it's very different. I set minor goals like run 3 miles, not 20, because probably by the second day, if I make it past the first one, I give up on it. So I set goals that are realistic and can be increased over time. And this could be applied to anything, to be honest, a certain diet, or if you're trying to lose weight or gain weight, or a promotion at a job that you're trying to get, or even school. You can't just go 0 to 100. You'll probably burn out, unless you're Drake, of course. But, anyways, after I try to orchestrate the master plan of my improvement, comes the second most important thing, the execution. It goes hand in hand. Why plan a fresh start if you're not going to start? I had this gym teacher in high school, a very questionable guy, to be honest. He was the weight training coach, and out of all the nonsense he spoke, only thing that stuck to me was a saying he would say to motivate his students. Many people say one day, but only a few can say day one. And I know, super clever, he just changed the words around. And I don't know where that guy is now, to be honest, but that saying did really stick to me. You can have the best plan, the best goals that you're planning to achieve, but if one doesn't act on it and just keeps laying it off, they'll never know what they're capable of doing. In my case, like I said, if the planning and foundation was set right, the execution shouldn't be as hard either. With tangible goals along the way, it'll keep one motivated to stay on track and not derail. Although it's totally normal to sometimes derail, life just throws you situation after situation sometimes that one just has to stop everything and, handle it. But again, you just start fresh from there. But it's normal to feel like one is in a slump or unmotivated to do anything. I felt like that too. Gratefully, I haven't felt like that in a while. I feel like for many of these previous years of my life, I've been subconsciously building a sort of foundation for myself, like a core base that kind of makes me realize and identify my goals clearly. This doesn't mean I don't need fresh starts, obviously, because look at me now. I'm resetting currently, and this footage you're watching is my latest day one, the latest fresh start that I just begun. And I know we've talked about everything, but one thing, and that one thing is the end, the results. And that's because one doesn't know the results and they don't know when they're gonna arrive until they do. I felt before when I've chased the results, I don't even do the foundation. I don't put in the work. And, if they do come and when they do come, one will just embark in a fresh new start to try to chase the next thing. So, if you're asking yourself, what does your fresh start consist of, Charlie? Well, first of all, like I said in the video, I'm gonna be more active in the morning. I want to start running 3 miles every day with 5 minutes or so of jump roping. I'm also going to be posting 2 times a week now on YouTube, Wednesdays at 3 p.m. and Saturdays at 11 a.m. So you guys can have more content, and that's on Eastern time just in case. I'm going to start drinking 12 cups of water daily. I have a hydro flask already, so now it's just me putting the effort to drink the water that's already there. I've been doing pretty good at school, so obviously I want to keep that up, and obviously I want to pass my classes at the end of the semester. Not gonna lie to you guys, I've been doing terrible with reading for the last month. I don't think I've read maybe a page in the last month. So obviously I've been doing pretty bad with that, but I've been adding a lot of things for his fresh start. So I'm probably gonna be adding it along the way. And most importantly, if you're thinking about getting a fresh start, as an unwise man told me and a group of sweaty 15-year-olds, many say one day, but a few could say day one.
I love you, Charlie. I love you.